Just hanging out, seeing if anybody shows for the stream. Hanging out on the porch, balcony, whatever you want to call it. Uh, was a good day. A long walk with a great person. And I'm going to feel it tonight. 8,300 steps or so. I was looking back at my history and I think I did 300 to 500 steps a day. Hey, Rick. Good to see you. Oh, yeah, I put on a few kilometers today. But I guess I'll start with who I am. I'm just a guy. Um, I studied history in college, and one of the subjects I reported on was the Kievan Rus from like 1950 to 1250. And I hate to say it, but I knew more about Ukrainian history then than I knew about the last 30 years. But I'm learning. So, um, but no, that leads into why I came to Ukraine. It's something I wanted to do for a long time and something I prepared to do for about the last 5, 6 years. Um, I started saving money for the trip here in 2017, 2018. Um, sometimes I squirreled away $20 a month. Sometimes I was 100, what have you. You know, travel savings account. Let what I saved earn interest and stuff like that. So, and it just slowly built up, and February 2022 rolls around, and it's like, okay, it'd be great to come in the spring. So I was sitting there planning my trip, getting it all lined up, and getting ready to book flights and hotels and trains and everything else, and went to bed. Woke up the next morning to news of the invasion, and kind of just went from there. And I could sit there and fool myself and say, oh, I wanted to come to Ukraine to help rebuild or help. My main reason is I wanted to come, and I wasn't going to let Putin dictate my vacation anymore. It's kind of a stupid reason, but it is a reason. So, um, sorry, I'm way overheated. I just walked forever, it seemed like, and I'm out here on the balcony cooling down. um, but that's thanks, Armand. Um, and I was watching Starsky's live stream late because, well, I missed most of it because I was sleeping. And yeah, they bring up a lot of good points. If you're going to come to Ukraine, it's not 100% safe. No, there is a risk. Um, I was walking with my friend today, and she pointed out that not 2 buildings over, there was a rocket that hit, took out a playground and a couple parking structures. All the windows in the buildings around it were replaced. Well, not all of them. There's still some that are damaged, but so no, it's not 100% safe, and that's a choice you have to make for yourself. Um, it's safer in Kiev than it is in Kharkiv. I'm not going to Kharkiv. I'm not willing to take that kind of a risk. Hey Anna, um, you know, I know with my physical limitations, I'd be more of a hindrance that close to the front than I would help. Being honest with myself, being honest with you. Um, if you do come, line up um, like volunteer places to go and do things like um, there's like 3 or 4 different camo netting places here in Kiev. Um, Volunteer Ukraine does a really great job at getting the information out there, but don't just sign up and check it and not check in and just figure you'll get there when you get there, or go there when you get here. um, that's what I did, and that was my mistake because 4 of the places I wanted to volunteer don't exist anymore. So definitely communicate, follow up, and that's my fault for not doing the follow ups that I should have done. Um, so any questions so far on who I am or why I'm in Ukraine? I'd love to hear them. But while I'm waiting for questions, I'll tell you about the walk today. Is a friend met me and we went to a recycling plant and helped sort plastic to recycle. Neighborhood just drops off plastics there, and sometimes it's in the right place, sometimes it's not. So we were sitting there sorting, and we did that for a little bit. We went, had lunch at this I can't remember the name of it now, but it's like a croissant place where they stuff the croissant with different like sandwiches. And they had a cheeseburger one and another one with like egg and ham and cheese, and I like the egg and ham cheese one better. But apparently it's like a big chain here, so I'll have to keep an eye out for that while I'm traveling. From there, we went to the park, and it was a nice park. There was a little lake in the middle of it. Um, I forgot the name in Ukrainian. I'm so bad. My mind is so full with words I'm trying to remember. But it's like Little Eagle or Baby Eagle Park, and it was pretty cool. There's, like I said, there was a lake, and there's still enough ice on the lake. You could see where they made the hockey rink for the winter, and nice little path around it, places to sit. I was gonna go there and stream it for you guys, but the person I was walking with didn't want to be on camera, so you got to respect that. But it was really nice, and it's just amazing how, like, I couldn't tell where the park began and ended, because like just walking between the buildings, there's trees, there's grass areas, there's you know dozens of little like kids playgrounds in between the buildings spotted here and there, and it's such an odd idea to me to have that much green space in a big city. The last big city I lived in was Phoenix, and I think our green space was like a 1.5 foot wide piece of grass that like a mower was too big to mow. Um, but yeah, the green spaces here are just amazing. So, walked around the park a little bit, sat, chatted, She taught me how to say some stuff in Ukrainian. I taught her how to say some stuff in English. So it was, mutually beneficial. And walked back home. So it was a nice day. And, like I said, I got 8,300 steps today. So uh, compared to my 300 to 500 steps I averaged back home, that's a lot. um, so why stream? Um, I'm a really shy person normally. This is way, way outside my wheelhouse. Um, just, I was sitting there talking to people in, Rick's Discord and, Mercado's Discord and so on and so forth. And, you know, oh, I don't have the money. I'm not physically able to walk. I, I told Rick, I have pretty much every excuse out there. I'm on disability, fixed income, and like I said, it took me 5 years to save up the money to do this trip. Wasn't easy, and but the reason I streamed is to show people that yeah, I'm disabled. I am on a fixed income. I'm nowhere near in shape. Um, but I'm here. I'm going out, volunteering where I can in things I can do. That's the great thing about doing the camo netting is you can grab a chair and just sit there and feed stuff through. Uh, um, yeah, it's really nice having the company come through. Um, but okay, thanks guys. I appreciate the ego boost. Lord knows I need it sometimes. But the camo netting's super easy. Fortunately, I can't film there. I wanted to, but they don't want to give away any more information than they have to, um, for obvious reasons. Um, but there's one. See, I was going to go all the way downtown, an hour and 15 minutes on the tram and bus and da 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 da, and then the friend I ran into told me about one that was like, well, she said right around the corner, but right around the corner to a Ukrainian is different than right around the corner to an American. So, yeah, it was a good little walk just to get there, and I was appreciative to sit down and. Oh, I'm already feeling better, Armin. You know, it's it's made a world of difference, and I'm not 100%, but I think I went from 10% to 30%. So I feel a lot better. Um, okay, where was I at? Oh, um, why I'm streaming it is, like I said, I have the same excuse everybody else has. Oh, I don't have my passport. I don't. I can't walk. Well, I couldn't walk. very far before. Um, but each day it's getting better, getting stronger, less pain. Um, when I was really young, I was 14 years old and traveling down a 2 lane highway, no median, just car this way, car that way. Drunk driver came 6 feet over into our lane. I was sitting behind the driver, and it shaved off almost half of the car. And the driver, my mom, was trapped in front of me, and her seat went into my knees. So that started um, the issue with my knees. And um, about 2016, 2017, I started having issues with my thyroid. And I was going from my town to Sioux Falls to see the endocrinologist. And it was during Sturgis. Uh, Another drunk driver went through the median on the highway on the 90, um, hit me, and again, uh, you're sitting there in the driver's seat, and all it does is just crumple around your legs. So that did it in my back and my knee. Had knee surgery to repair the knee. They said I should have it replaced, but I'm too young to have it replaced. So, yeah, American medical system at work there. Um, so, really, I just wanted to encourage other people that, if you're having difficulties, there's a work through for it. Um, you know, it's funny because all the pills I've had to bring with me for my thyroid and other issues, I got pills that are worth more than what I receive in a year for on disability. So that's fine. Take my wallet. Just don't take my meds. I can't replace those. Yeah, I'm joking, but that's pretty scary when your medication is more than you make, and it's like, okay, don't lose my bag at the airport. Please don't lose my bag at the airport type of stuff. uh, but yeah, like the description in my channel says, this is a place for me to share videos with friends. And, you're supporting Ukraine, you're my friend. Yeah, friends argue, friends disagree, but we're still friends. So, if my videos reach one person and they just come to Ukraine to, visit, see the sights, spend some money here, that's great because, they've lost almost a quarter of their population from refugees leaving the country. And that is a major hit to the economy. And, you spending $100 here, that's not just $100 into their economy. That compounds because, I paid $100 to rent this apartment for a week. Okay, but that person pays electricity bill. The electric company pays employees, and that money just cycles over and over again. And it really builds the economy more than you'd realize. You know, you come here, you spend $1,000. Well, that's money that stays in Ukraine, recycles, and goes. And uh, yeah, I'm drinking Pepsi. You know, zero sugar Pepsi, but this Pepsi was bottled here in Ukraine. You know, Ukrainian label. You know, there was a worker that was paid to do this. The delivery drivers, the store clerk, the owner of the store, they all benefit from my 30 hryvnia soda. I think it was 36, but it's less than $1 for a 2 liter soda. um, and yeah, I get one person, they get another person, and it just compounds. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying don't donate, and definitely donate to the military. Definitely donate for the drones. It's so needed right now. It's scary. And like I said, you can do the volunteer tourism. If you go to, like I said, Volunteer Ukraine, they have a huge list of places that need volunteers, are practically begging for them. And I went into the Camo Net place, and there was one other person in there, and that was the person coordinating the the volunteers. They had nobody else there helping them. And okay, yeah, I went in there at 10 o'clock on a weekday, so people have jobs and stuff. But to fill in the gap like that, that made me feel really good. Um, but again, check with them, follow through, keep in contact. Because, oh, I wanted to kick myself when like four of them weren't active anymore. Let's see if I can bring up chat again. Live chat. There isn't the. I wouldn't say there's shops, but they call them kiosks. They're like little huts on the side of the street, and you get like little fruit stands and vegetable stands, and of course you get like I call them the babushka markets, the grandma markets, where they just like go up against the side of the building with a chair, and they lay out everything they in front of them. And you can get everything from vegetables to, one lady was selling shot glasses and other glassware, um, to collectibles like um, the old Soviet stuff. So there's a lot of like homegrown, almost swap meet type of thing. And I love supporting those. Um, I'd rather buy a couple tomatoes from the vendor on the corner that's, the old wooden farm produce boxes. That that was cool. Actually tried a persimmon fruit for the first time while I was here. They taste really good, but their gritty aftertaste kind of threw me off of them. um, but yeah, it's really amazing here, and the thing that gets me the most still is like everything is fresh food. Um, like in America, it's shipped in from Honduras or uh, Brazil or Argentina, and no matter what, you know, middle of January, and oh, there's a pack of strawberries. Let's have strawberry shortcake tonight, and it's really seasonal here. Like the only pears that are available right now are like they're. I'm not gonna say hard, but they're more like a apple texture. So like you get the pears in America and they're like really soft and juicy and chewy, and these are like a little more stiff. You have to kind of like take the skin off, but it's still very good. But that's all that's available because that's what's storable and could be kept over winter. It's just cool things like that. Sorry, I'm trying to read chat, but it just disappears too quick. Um, favorite food? Oh, it's gonna sound funny, but it's a kind of a tie between two street vendors. There's a pizzeria, coffee shop, tea place that I love to go to, but that's mostly for the tea. Um, but they have amazing pizza too. Like even just like the regular pepperoni pizza. There's thin slices of tomato on it, fresh basil on it, and they have a stuffed crust version that they don't stuff it with mozzarella cheese. They stuff it with cream cheese. And I have to make sure when I go there to order it that I bring somebody with me so I don't eat the whole pizza. I'm trying not to block the camera when I bring up chat again. That weird fruit I had, Armand, was persimmons fruit. Don't ask me to spell it. I think it's just PER and then Simmons with two M's. Um, like I said, very tasty, but it's like a gritty aftertaste. Okay, YouTube needs to leave up the chat longer. Yep, Storm, you're right. It was the persimmons. Oh, the other street food place I like to go to is what is it? It's kind of like a burrito, but not really. Shawarma. Um, if you don't know what a shawarma is, it's kind of like the Turkish meat with lettuce, shredded carrots, um, smetana, uh, sour cream, that and other sauces in it, and oh, it's so good. And the vast majority of it is vegetables, so it's actually even kind of healthy, kinda. Um, but I've actually been enjoying going to these little, you know, babushka markets and getting fruit and bread and just making a little tomato sandwich here at home. Food videos, huh? Yeah, I'll have to try and do some of the food videos. See, with my thyroid, I don't get hungry. I also don't feel full. So by the time I realize that, oh, I need to eat, I've forgotten about everything else, and it's like, okay, tunnel vision. Um, so yeah, I actually have like a alarm set on my computer at home. Like, okay, it's 10 a.m. Have a yogurt. No, oh, it's 2 o'clock. Time to have a lunch. Oh, it's 7 o'clock. Dinner time. So yeah, it's pretty bad when you have to sit there and set alarms for, hey, you need to eat, not just, starve yourself to death. See, there is shawarma shops in the States, but like the closest one to me was Las Vegas, and I'm not flying from Sioux Falls to Las Vegas just for a shawarma. If I was going to Vegas anyways, sure, I'd stop and grab one, but yeah, I'm not going there specifically. um, yeah, where I live, it's kind of like that town in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? It's a miracle. You're 2 days from everything. And that's basically my town back home. Uh, so it's actually warming up here nicely in Kiev. It was like 5 or 6 degrees Celsius today. I'll let you guys do the conversion. Um, it's supposed to be a really nice day tomorrow, so that it's going to be a fun day tomorrow. So I'm not going to try and top my steps tomorrow, but if I come anywhere close, I'm going to be happy. And I'm actually going to need to get some sleep here pretty soon because I got an early morning and a nice long commute into downtown Kiev for an event that would be really cool to see. And well, I hope that you guys will see it on other people's streams. I won't be streaming it because I'm not covering the war. I'm covering my experience and what's going on. You know, the other guys do. Rick does a great job. Mercado covers the war news really well. I don't need to do that. I don't want to do that. You don't want to see. I'm getting emotional here talking to you guys just like this, and you don't want to see me going, oh. um, but I'm gonna call it a night. Go make myself a tomato sandwich and have a pear for dessert. And then I'm going to hibernate for like 10 hours and 48. Yeah, it's really nice. Oh, make sure you got a nice, good jacket if you come here during the colder seasons. Because, I was using this jacket. It's a Bass Pro Shop jacket from in the States. And the main thing where I'm at is wind. This does great at blocking the wind. It does not breathe at all. So I'm sitting here walking around with, sweat dripping out my sleeves because it does, sauna inside it. So I'm sitting there taking off my jacket and walking around the park with just my t-shirt on, and people are looking at me like, okay, yeah, I'm the crazy American that's overheated. Yeah, YouTube's making the VODs private. So once it finishes uploading, I'll set it to public. So it'll be ready in about an hour, Storm. So thank you all for showing up for the stream, and nice little candlelight stream. I don't know why they didn't put a light out here on the balcony. It is what it is. I really like sitting out here because you just open the window and watch the birds. You know, watch the people walk by too. So I enjoy it. Anyways, good night, folks, and see you soon. I was using a dish strainer to hold the camera up, so really professional YouTuber here.